Well, it's here. The highly anticipated foldable smartphone out of Samsung goes on sale today. It's got not only the largest smartphone screen in the market, also the heftiest price tag, $2,000. The Fold's still getting largely positive reviews so far, though concerns over its durability remain. Let's take a look for ourselves. Joining us now with the phones here on set, Joanna Stern of the Wall Street Journal, USA Today's Ed Baig. Okay, I got to use a light touch. Don't get it wet. Can I feed it after midnight? What is this?
only every other day.
So it's expensive. The first attempt from Samsung, they pulled back in April because it was breaking. Do you get the sense that this is durable, or failing that, are they going to give me a replacement if something goes wrong? It's got a good warranty. Joanna?
Well, Samsung's done a lot actually to protect this phone. They've made a lot of improvements across the board to protect this phone. The crazy thing is, though, when you open the box to get this new phone, not only do you get a cover with a lot of warnings on it, but you also, when you start to power on the device, you start to get a lot of warnings about what you should do. My opinion is that it might be actually easier to work up some fireworks or some other sort of thing with tons of warnings on it than this phone.
Yeah, what was your reaction when you got those warnings?
Absolutely the same thing. The first thing you see is, that care instruction sheet. And then, as Joanna said, when you turn it on, there it is again. The first word of my first look was gentle, because that's how you have to treat this. You really have to treat it with kids' gloves. And I understand, with what Samsung went through back last spring when the first version of this came out, and there were all sorts of problems. Some early reviewers peeled off a protective layer that wasn't actually supposed to be peeled off.
There's the screen.
Yeah.
And so you understand their nervousness here, but when you're spending $2,000, the last thing you want to think about is, can I actually use this thing?
So is this innovation, Joanna? Because Apple's getting all this criticism for years. Apple's not innovating anymore. Amazon's got all the innovation. Here's a $2,000 phone that flips open, flips close, but I got to handle it with tweezers. Is that more innovative than what we just saw from Apple a couple weeks ago?
I think there's some innovation here. I think the idea that our devices are going to converge at some point, whether it's laptops and tablets and phones and tablets or phones and laptops, I think that's all going to happen. I think there's going to be interesting innovation around that. Apple is clearly not there yet. And when you're using this device, you're not really thinking a lot about that innovation. You're thinking a little bit about how gentle I have to be. I have been scared, I don't want to say the word on air, but to use this thing. And on top of that, you're sort of wondering when you would use it in this mode or that mode. And there's a lot of thinking about, okay, I got to open this right now to get to this screen. And the more I use it, the more I realize this is why we ended up with really big screen phones.
Is this like 3D TV? I mean, are we going to look back at this in 2 years and laugh?
I don't know that we're going to laugh, because I think first of all, we're going to see foldable technology phones from other companies. We've already seen some. Huawei being one out of China. Samsung, of course, is the first so-called mainstream offering, if you can call a $2,000 phone mainstream. Mainstream, and you know that Apple.
I think you had it right the first time. Mainstream
exactly.
At $2,000, yeah.
Yeah, pun intended. And Apple, no doubt, at least has it in the lab, I'm sure. I don't know that it's going to go the way of 3D TV, but I'm also wondering if this is a solution looking for a problem.
Is it a leather jacket? I mean, like, I can't wear it out in the rain, but it looks really nice. It's impressive. I take it out on special occasions, and people go, ooh, let me see. Very nice.
Can't wear it in the rain. Can't wear it on a day where it might be some particles in the air. Can't wear it. There's a long list. I've got it here of when you can use this phone.
Okay, but maybe there's a market for that. Question is, how big? Special occasion, bring out your foldable phone. People are impressed.
Yeah, they're impressed, but then you ask them if they're going to buy it, and certainly not at $2,000, and I wonder even at half price if people are going to buy this thing.
I wonder largely if you think about Samsung's innovation over the last, say, 5 or 6 years as doing exactly that, bringing you features that no one really was looking for, although others would say, well, Apple gives you things that the consumer didn't know they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think about it on that end. There are so many times I've reviewed a Samsung phone and said, who is going to do this with it? Gesture up in the air, do these random things with a pen. Then there are times where I've reviewed a Samsung phone and I've said, no one's going to buy this giant phone. That's what I said about the Note many years ago, right? And I couldn't have been any more wrong, right? Samsung set the pace for Apple and so many other phone manufacturers.
Yeah, we remember the days, even looking at computers where the ads would be literally a feature list. Oh, we have this, you guys don't. And even with Apple against Android phones, sometimes you see a longer list on the Android side, but how many of those features are actually being used by folks or folks want?
And at the very least, it might provide Samsung a nice brand halo. Hey, they're the ones with the foldable phone, so I defend my decision to buy a Samsung phone. Nah, Apple, this is cool. Joanna, Ed, thanks for being with us.